What makes for the perfect romance movie? The perfect love story? The perfect chick flick? Is it how hard it makes you cry every single time? Is it the embodiment of your romantic desire? Does it leave you wishing that the meet-cute between you and the tall blonde stranger leads to a home filled with smiling pictures, a spunky dog, and between 2 and 12 children? When I asked my friends and family which movie we should watch for the first episode of this podcast, it was unanimous. And when I say unanimous, I mean 11 separate people suggested this movie, and not a single other movie was suggested. The perfect movie is 2004's The Notebook, the career-starting vehicle for chick flick staples Ryan Gosling and Racheal McAdams. Join us on the inaugural episode of You've Got Mails, where we discover that love may have no bounds, but it sure has collateral damage, and we question the judgment of our friends and family.
Welcome to You've Got Mails, just a couple of average middle-aged guys who know a lot about romance and very little about romantic movies. I'm Jason, and I'm here with CJ, and today we're going to be discussing 2004's The Notebook.
I think you're selling me on the romance thing.
No, I think I've seen you in action. You're a romantic guy. I feel like you've got some moves.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Falling is a move.
Anything's a move if you try hard.
Why did we pick The Notebook?
Because when I think chick flicks, this is the first movie I think of.
That's it.
And I don't want to pigeonhole ourselves into a chick flick. I feel like that might be problematic in some ways. But we're here to talk about just rom-coms, romance movies. I mean, this movie is not a rom-com.
You know, every movie you think of when somebody says chick flick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're going to do it all. We're going to cover everything imaginable in that realm.
Yeah.
So I think, admittedly, I'm not a rom-com kind of guy or a romance movie guy. We have a list of about 150 movies. I've maybe seen about 4 of them. But I came into this with the most open mind, and I really wanted to just give this movie a shot. And I have real strong feelings about it.
Oh, yeah. This is the movie that everybody, when I brought up the idea of this podcast, every person said The Notebook. That's your first movie. Number 1, it's the high watermark.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here. The people that said that haven't seen this movie since it came out in 2004.
Hard to fathom.
And I'm not going to, we're going to rate this movie, obviously. This is a movie or podcast where we watch movies, talk about movies, and then rate the movies. I'm not going to completely shit on this movie, because there are some things that I will give credit where credit is due. But there is a lot of shit that I'm about to drop on this movie because I did not like this movie.
Yeah.
At all.
Well, let me ask you a few things just because this is the first one.
Absolutely.
Like, before we get into this movie.
Okay.
Because there's mucho to say about this movie.
So much mucho.
Yeah.
So mucho.
Yeah. So, like, what's your history with romance movies, chick flicks, whatever we're going to call them?
I've never gone out of my way to see one without a chick influencing me to see it.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. I've seen my fair share, but it's usually because a girlfriend has asked me to see it or watch it. I can't say that there's a single movie on this list that I've gone out of my way to see. There are movies on this list that I will watch again because I like them that much. Actually,
yeah.
We'll get into it at some point here, probably in the next month or so. A movie that I watch every year religiously because I absolutely love it.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Exactly, yes. And it's it's Racheal McAdams. That's who's eating Gilbert Grape.
Oh,
yeah. No, not really. She's a lovely girl.
Yeah, just wondered, like, some guys I found, like, just talking to people about this, is some guys actually do watch a lot of romance movies, but they do it in service of getting their wife all hot and bothered.
And I never even did it to do that.
No?
I just did it because they wanted to see it, and, like, I would drag them to see the newest Die Hard or John Wick, whatever, and it was, turnabout's fair play. If you'll go see this with me, I'll go see this with you.
Oh, see, I've had more than one guy tell me that they got a hand job during the beginning. Yeah, during the beginning of Titanic.
Really?
Like the first 45 to 50 minutes.
That's better because you
don't more than one guy.
You don't want to get it while the ship's going down because that's just the saddest. Like the band's just playing off like with the cello and the guy's flying down the fucking boat and you're just
Joke's on you. I'm into that shit.
come to completion.
Yeah, let's do that.
As they hit the iceberg, it was like, whoa!
It's just that is what it has seemed like for me, is what people were into. Or at least guys. The ladies
Who are these monsters? They probably like The Notebook, because this movie is filled with monsters.
It is.
Yeah.
This movie is absolutely filled with monsters.
Can we,
well, no, it's filled with 2 monsters.
You're right. Then they ruin. That's okay. So should we give a little synopsis of this movie, just a little rundown for those who haven't seen it?
Sure.
So the tagline of this movie is "Behind every great romance is a great story." That is kind of the framing device for this movie. You are getting the love story firsthand from a couple. Female interest has Alzheimer's. She's in a home. The male love interest is trying to basically bring her back out of it by reading her the story of their romance from beginning to end. And that in itself is probably the saddest thing of this movie is the dealing with the Alzheimer's. That's what got me probably more than anything. And even that wasn't enough to get me, because they're awful, awful people.
Yeah. Part of the reason that I'm into this podcast is I'm not afraid to admit I cry at movies.
Oh, I cry
often.
I cry at commercials, CJ.
Oh man,
there are times where like something will hit me just right, and I will bawl.
Oh,
and people that I've told that I watched this movie, like, did you cry?
That's the question. Did you cry?
And I was like, no. I've never I couldn't. I couldn't cry for this movie because
I couldn't cry for these people. I cried for other people in this movie. I didn't physically cry.
No, I didn't even cry
they couldn't
for
bring
them.
Me, but I felt terrible for about 80% of the cast.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say about... So I don't want to get too far into it yet, because I want to start from the beginning of this movie. And I want to move into these people we're talking about. There is something about this movie that I kind of like, because I do know a little bit about romantic movies.
Yeah.
And rom-coms, chick flicks. There's always a bad guy. And it's always somebody outside the relationship that's ruining things.
Mm-hmm.
In this movie, the people that should be the bad guys are not. And the 2 people who are in love are the worst people in this movie. And let's just kick that off with Ryan Gosling. Sociopath number 1.
Yes.
This movie starts with him at a carnival. He's walking with his buddy. He sees a girl in the bumper cars. And immediately the face that he makes is, I must have this girl.
I will have this girl.
Doesn't know a thing about her. And he is just obsessed. Just red flag number 1.
Yes.
You don't even know if you like this girl. Sees her on the bumper cars. She gets off. He asks her out. She turns him down. She's with a guy.
Yeah.
What's his move? Not, I'll try again later. Maybe this one isn't for me. He risks several people's lives.
Yes.
By jumping on the goddamn Ferris wheel where her and her date are, rides it to the very top, and threatens to kill himself if she doesn't agree to go on a date with him.
How romantic.
No.
Really.
No, it's not romantic.
Nothing.
It is the worst thing I've ever seen in a movie, and I've seen a lot of movies.
And this is the thing that gets me about this. He's a terrific actor.
Oh, I love Ryan Gosling.
He actually acts his ass off in this movie. He's fucking amazing. There's a reason he got famous from this movie.
Well, like I said, I will not shit completely on this movie, because there are a lot of things I like. The acting's amazing.
Yeah.
The production is amazing. Some of the links they went to in this movie are amazing. But for the love of God, the actual story is what kills this movie. Like, it completely took me out of it. I can't deal with it.
No. And I mean, it goes from that, let's skip ahead right to their first date. First off, he's walking down the street just nagging the shit out of this woman.
Oh, yeah.
Everything she says, that's a terrible thing that you are. What? We don't need to change you. That you could, no. Okay. Would you like to just lay down in the fucking street?
Holy fuck. She is telling him, I'm regimented. I have things that I like. I have interests. I paint. I like to learn. I do schooling. And he's like, that's all fucking stupid. You should risk your life and lay in the road with me.
It's romantic.
Also, and I caught this, he's dumb as shit, because he lays in the street and goes, I just like to lay here and watch the light. If you'll notice, it goes from green to red to yellow. That's not how street lights work.
That's not the order.
No.
It's not the order back then. I had to look this up.
So not only is he dangerous, he's an idiot.
Yeah. So they're in the middle of the road. A car does come, almost hits them. This is the point in the movie where I thought, I would have rather seen the car hit them. Not because I wanted to see them get hit by a car, but I want to see the movie about a guy that runs over two people on accident. And the eventual alcoholism, and like it's their fault, but like it's just him trying. He was on his way back from the bar. He only had one drink. He's like, I'm well under the legal limit.
Yeah.
It's also 1950,
Yeah.
so the legal limit is anything less than heroin.
It's outrageous. Yes.
Yeah, and he runs them down, but he's guilty. Of course he's guilty. They're under 18. They had their whole lives ahead of them.
And then
just two idiot kids laying down in the street.
And the notebook is just his personal diary of the trauma that he goes through day to day, thinking about these children that he murdered.
That's the movie. First episode, we're already going to cancel this shit and go make a movie.
I like it. I like it. I'm not.
The Notebook 2,
I'm
how
not-
it should have been.
I'm not terribly against this. But what really happens at that moment when they almost get murdered, not vehicular homicide, not his fault. He was well under the limit. This is when she falls in love with him. This is the exact moment where she feels alive because she almost died.
So, is he? Have you heard of Manic Pixie Dream Girl?
Yes, I have. I think I've heard of it from you, actually.
Okay, you know that your Lady in Scott Pilgrim, your Almost Famous.
Yes. Yeah.
Manic Pixie Dream Girl, pretty much Zoe Deschanel's life.
Yeah.
Is a Manic Pixie.
Yeah.
Is he a Manic Pixie Dream guy?
I
Like
think
he's just a little psychotic, and he's like, I gotta show you how weird I am.
I think it goes beyond that. Unless this is just like a complete role reversal where it doesn't make sense to me because I like the Manic Pixie Dream Girl. But I feared for her safety with this guy.
Yeah.
I don't feel like if I fell in love with the girl from Scott Pilgrim, I'd ever be afraid for my life. I would just be like a little inconvenienced. Be like, oh,
spoiler alert!
You want
5 evil exes?
You want
7 evil exes?
Yeah, but he was great at karate. But even like Almost Famous, like you're more or less just annoyed and inconvenienced by the Manic Pixie Dream Girl. You're never in danger at that point. And I don't know.
I mean, he lost me at the very heavy nagging.
But he's not the only one to blame here. She's an awful person too.
Oh, absolutely.
And I would like to get into the and so there's obviously the Alzheimer's subplot, the older versions of them. I really feel like in this movie, intentional or not, she shows some serious signs of mental degeneration early on.
please explain. That's great.
She's just bipolar as shit. Like, okay. I don't know. Like, there's a scene, spoiler alert for those of you who haven't seen this movie from 2004, where they break up. So there's a struggle between the two, not so much between the two, but between their classes. He's a poor guy, works in the mill. Her family's rich, well-to-do. They're just visiting for the summer on vacation. And her family is not happy that she is involved with a whore, if you will.
I don't say they're not happy. They're just kind of like, well, you know what? She'll get it out of her system this summer. We head back to the Hamptons or wherever rich people go to live.
So here's the thing. The mom and the dad, and like I said, there's not a bad person. The people that should be the villains in this movie are not the villains in my mind.
This guy rolled out with a fucking snidely whiplash mustache.
He looked like he should be tying women to a train track.
Yeah, and
he was the most accepting one out of all of them.
Yeah, he was just like, well, we're gonna get this out of your system, but
he wasn't even mad. He was intrigued.
Yeah,
like he twirled the mustache. He was like, I'd like to see where this goes.
Invite the boy for dinner.
Yeah.
Or brunch or whatever.
The mom is probably the most evil person in this movie, but even she has sort of a reason, which we can get into later. Regardless, where I was going with this was they don't want her to date him, and the mom especially. And there's a scene where they're out together, they out late, and the cops get called, so he takes her home. And they have a fight. And Racheal McAdams is just losing her goddamn mind. She hits him so many times.
Oh.
Just beats the shit out of him. Because all he said was, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't see how it can work. He was being pragmatic. It was the most normal thing Ryan Gosling did in this whole movie. Regardless, she just literally is like, well, screw you. I hate you. Slaps him a bunch of times.
Please don't leave.
Then he slaps himself in the face a bunch of times. It was weird.
Yeah.
As he goes to drive off, she goes, "Oh, this is just a spat, right? Tomorrow it'll all be fine." And then she's crying, saying she's sorry. And I'm like, oh my God, you're both absolutely. That's when I knew she was crazy. Well, I didn't know she was crazy until right at that point. And then I was like, no, she's crazy too.
The reason I think he slaps himself, I had a theory about this.
Because he didn't want to hit her?
Well, no, it was the 50s. Everything's built better. The cars are made out of steel. They don't have drywall yet. He's not going to go punch through a drywall wall. It's fucking horsehair plaster on metal mesh. That stuff doesn't exist. You got to hit something. You're going to just start hitting yourself. He's not going to hit her. You know, that would end the movie very quickly. But he's not going to like punch the car door and hit the plastic and bounces off.
So he just slapped himself.
Yeah. That's my theory on that. That's.
I like where your head's at. But you said one thing that bothers me. You said the cars were built better. There's a scene in this movie later on where she tries to drive away from him in a huff, runs into a picket fence, and the car just dies.
Just dies.
It just dies.
I don't know. Have you ever driven a car without power steering?
That was a hell of a fence. No, I never have. I haven't.
It is not fun.
I'm not much of a man. I'm not a big car guy.
No, I mean, just I know power steering. I'm not much of a man because it's hard as fuck. Like, you gotta really push down. Also, if it was a clutch, they will just die. You let go of the wrong part or something.
But then she couldn't start it. It wouldn't start back up. How'd she get there? She can't even start the car.
Oh my God, that was the part of the movie. Not long after where we're at in the movie, he goes to war.
Yeah, go ahead. I have a problem with this war scene.
First off, one of the cooler main characters, Finn, his buddy.
Exactly where I wanted to go with this.
I was like, first off, Finn's dead in the fucking snow, and he's got this great mustache in 5 o'clock shadow, and I'm like, where's the story behind that? Is this story so bad that I want to know where that 5 o'clock mustache story came in?
It is that bad.
And I do want to know.
It is that bad. But my main problem with that is, Finn, played by Kevin Connolly, Entourage fame, I enjoy him immensely. He was not a huge character, but I would say when you're going down the cast list, you've got old Noah, old Allie, young Noah, young Allie. Finn's next. Maybe James Marsden is right behind him. Maybe right behind him.
Yeah.
This man went to war and died for his country.
Mm-hmm.
And did you see Ryan Gosling shed a tear? Did they spend more than 10 seconds on his dead body?
No.
That was the most glossed over thing of this movie that
I
was outraged. Like, why do we not care about Finn dying?
Well, because you know who doesn't care about people? Sociopaths.
It all makes sense because they show him in the sand. It wasn't snow, by the way. I think it was sand.
Was it sand? Oh, that's right. They're in Tunisia.
They were in the desert.
Yeah, not a ton of snow in Tunisia.
But it is December almost, so we're thinking snow.
Yeah.
He's in the sand just dying. They give you 2 seconds on Gosling's face, and he's almost smiling. Like, it's not even, there's not a single tear, there's nothing, no one cares about Finn.
Yeah.
I care about Finn.
I care about Finn.
No one else cares about Finn. And that really bothered me.
I want to know, at what point was he just like, yeah, I'm not going to shave today?
You're in the military, you're traipsing across the desert.
Yeah.
Razors aren't readily available.
That's true.
You don't have water, you know? But Gosling, was he clean shaven in that scene? I think he might have been.
Yeah, he was clean shaven in every scene.
Yeah, but no. He gets older and he builds the house.
Oh, that's right.
He's got a
that's
nice
right.
beard.
He builds a fucking fine carpenter's beard.
He's got a nice beard. But yeah, there was no... Finn deserved more. There's a lot of people in this movie that deserve more.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can go through the list, man. Martha, Cyclops.
Let's
the
get...
dad? The dad's a fucking... His dad is... the whole time I was like, why could this be my dad? Pancakes for dinner? Just a cool attitude about everything?
Dad was cool, but I also feel like he was kind of into Allie, which kind of creeped me out. He was talking about how attractive she was. He was, every time she was over, he's like, "Oh, is Allie here?" And he poked his head out, and I was a little,
Oh, you were reading out a different way. I guess I didn't catch those vibes.
Yeah, I guess I did. Yeah, I don't know. But let's talk about people who deserve more. Maybe not him, but maybe, depending on who you are, maybe him. So they break up, like we said. She slaps the shit out of him. They separate. He goes to war, which also, just a little background on this. Before we even started this podcast, we watched the trailer for this movie together.
Mm-hmm.
The only selling point
Watched
that I could
the
find...
movie separately.
We did watch
Trailer
it
to
separately,
yeah.
but we texted Doran.
As you do.
And we watched the trailer for this movie, and they put a kind of big emphasis on the fact that he goes away to war. So I was like, if anything, I'm going to get some good, like, war scenes, some Saving Private Ryan, kind of like, in the trenches. No.
I knew it wasn't going to be gore, but there was at least going to be a nemesis in the fucking war where the sergeant that he's mad at, and the guy gives him shit, showing him how to be a man.
I thought maybe we'd see a little something, but there's literally nothing. And that plot device, all it did was wipe Finn out, and no one cared.
Nobody. But I cared.
R.I.P. Finn. Let's move on. He goes to war. She moves away. Finds a lovely man. She's actually a nurse dealing with soldiers who were wounded in the war. James Marsden, famously Cyclops from the X-Men movies.
That's what I'm going to call him.
Not sure what else he's done aside from that, but I'm sure he's got a great catalog of movies. Genuinely nice guy.
He's great. Yeah, he's rich. He has every reason to be the rich asshole snob boyfriend. And he's not.
They set everybody up in this movie to be the prototype that thing from a romantic movie that is the villain, and none of them are. He's just an unproblematic white guy with a lot of money who genuinely takes an interest in what she likes.
Is not beating on her?
No.
He's not, at not one point.
I didn't see her slap him once.
Yeah, he didn't grab her arm in a mean way and say, like, hey, you're my girl. None of that.
Just the nicest guy. I mean,
and his proposal. That almost had me crying. That almost did it.
Did it?
His proposal, he's like, oh, yeah, well, you'd have to ask my parents. Well, what do you think I was doing? So good. And then they're in the background, thumbs up in him.
Yeah, he was a smooth operator.
Yeah.
I liked Lon. Lon was his name.
Lon?
Yeah, Lon.
Yeah, Cyclops, Lon.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him Cyclops because this is another movie he got Cycloped in. Like, it is...
In what way? Gosling was the Wolverine.
The hairy fucking Wolverine guy comes and takes the redhead away from him.
God damn it. He has bad luck with guys.
He's the Sean Bean of love stories.
That is sad.
He is always second fiddle.
I'd like to look into what else he's done and just see if he ever comes out on top. Because I don't feel like...
I'm sure in real life...
He does.
Probably out on top a lot.
And I'm sure he's doing all right.
So he's on my list of people whose lives get ruined because of these psychos.
And then so many.
Martha... Sweet, wonderful fucking Martha, the widowed, wonderful woman that takes this man in, shows him compassion. They're with each other for, at this point, I'm guessing a few years. Like, they have a familiarity.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I'm not really 100% sure how long they were together. I'm going to be honest with you. This movie did not do it for me, and I zoned out during the Martha parts.
Oh, man.
And I blame it on Martha, but I probably shouldn't. Because I feel like I'm giving Martha the Noah treatment.
Maybe I have a thing for plain Irish women of the 50s.
But who doesn't? But I just didn't get... Like, honest to God, when Racheal McAdams shows back up, Noah is building this house. More sociopathic behavior. This guy has not seen her for, 10 years? I don't know how long it's been.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. He cannot get over her to the point where he buys a house and is renovating it for her, even though he hasn't seen her for 5 years.
Has no idea where she is. Out of full depression.
And is just building it, hoping that she'll come along one day. Spoiler alert, she does.
Randomly.
Yeah, but she shows up to this house because she sees in the paper that he's building this house. They bone immediately almost. He takes her on a boat ride.
Didn't take a lot, though.
It didn't, no.
Well, there was a rainstorm, a very romantic rainstorm.
But they argued at that point, and then they made out passionately. This whole movie is just them making out or slapping each other. That's all I see them do in this movie.
Where's the respect for Cyclops? Like, she knew what she was doing when she went there.
She did, I guess. And I kind of like that about this movie in a way that there is actually a lot of honesty. Where she kind of tells him, like, I haven't felt right. I haven't been painting. I need to go away for a little bit. Whatever.
Yeah.
She goes.
Nothing about, I need to go away from my ex-boyfriend.
She didn't mention that.
Yeah.
But she does come right back and tell him exactly what happened. And there's honesty. And then, even with Martha, it is the weirdest goddamn thing. They go on this boat ride. They throw down. The next morning, Martha rings the doorbell or knocks. It's the 1950s. There is no doorbell. I don't know. And plus, Gosling's not that great of a renovator.
He's a carpenter. He's not a wire. He's not an electrician.
Yeah, so she gives a little tap at the door. He answers it. 2 seconds later, Allie is at the door like, "Oh, Martha, I've heard so much about you. Like,
please come in, spend the day."
Like, she's still got his DNA on her. There's not a doubt in my mind.
He was inside of her moments before this.
And she invites her in.
Yes.
And
come in, smell the sex smell in this fucking house.
And at the end of it, Martha is just like, you know what? I get it. She's lovely. I'm glad you guys are together. You made me realize what real love is.
Do you know what that was? That's called grace. Martha had fucking grace, and she walked away.
I wish Martha would have burned that house down. Just, you know what?
She just turned this into a female country song. Burn that shit to the ground and walk away.
At the very least, you give Martha Lon's number. And you say, you know what? He's a swell guy. He was in the army because, I mean, Martha's widowed, assumedly because her husband died in the war.
Yes.
So she's in the military, guys. Let's put them together, and then everybody's happy. And then you have, like, one movie with two normally adjusted, nice people who are romantically involved.
Yes.
And then you have two sociopaths together that can go off and wreak havoc in the world. That's all I want.
The havoc doesn't even just end with them. Like, this isn't even cutting to the end because they're interlacing all of these scenes in the old folks' home.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a beautiful plot device. I actually like the way they did this.
I mean, they're wreaking fucking havoc in this old folks' home.
Oh my...
Like, he's escaping, he's running away.
Did he run away? Did I zone out during him running away?
No, he doesn't run away. He's sneaking out constantly.
Is he?
And, like...
I didn't realize
Have you ever spent time in an old folks' home?
A little bit.
Like...
Yeah, I've had grandparents.
You
I've
have to keep an eye on people. Like, there's no, oh, this is romantic. No, this place smells like death. And if somebody's sneaking out, it's because they're going to go lay under a bus or go to a casino.
Now, to be fair, you say there's no romance in old folks' homes. Do you know that STDs run wild in nursing homes?
I know this now.
These people are fucking nonstop.
Where's this movie?
That's a movie I'd watch. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I don't know if I'd watch that.
Maybe but not like the XXX version, the raunchy comedy that takes place in the old folks'
Give me a movie with De Niro, Pacino, Pesci. Fuck, Scorsese can fucking direct it. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then give me some older actresses. You know, give me some Bette Midler, some Barbara Streisand, whatever, what have you. Just in a nursing home, just hooking up.
Oh, you get those lines where it's like, I only take this colostomy bag off for two things.
That's right.
When I shower.
And you know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I'd say throw James Garner in there too, but he might be dead. I'm not sure. I don't know.
We've only named men.
No, I said Barbara Streisand and Bette Midler. Those are the two older actresses that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Listen, folks, we're gonna watch a lot of these rom-coms. There's probably gonna be some ones with older women, and we'll figure this out. We're trying. That's why we're here. We want to learn more about these kind of movies and the actresses and actors that are in them, and hopefully we'll become more enlightened.
Let me ask you something though, outside of this movie.
Okay.
About this movie though, because this was billed as the high watermark for us.
Yeah. Are
you regretting anything about doing this podcast? Like I feel nervous that if this is the high watermark, where do we go? Like, I know there are some movies on this list that I can't wait to see.
Yeah, like I said, there are movies that are on this list that I love. So I know this isn't the only... Honestly, I'm glad we're starting here because my expectations are so low right now.
Yeah.
That whatever movie we pick next, I can't imagine it being worse than this. Like, I feel like I'm going to be so happy to see, like, real love. And, like, people that want to be together and have common interests working together to be in a relationship as opposed to whatever the fuck this movie was.
Yeah. Well,
his argument for them to be together in this movie is you're a pain in the ass, you drive me crazy, but you know what? I love you enough that we're going to make it work.
Nagging till the very end.
Yeah, like, I hate you.
Oh my God.
I hate you, but you know what? I saw you on the bumper cars one time and I fell in love immediately.
Yes.
So I'm here for it. And that's just the worst. And let's talk about the older Allie and Noah. And just that it cements my whole perspective about them being awful people. And not her so much as she's older, because she does have Alzheimer's and you can't really blame her for what she does.
Yeah, like wicked dementia.
But Noah, their whole family comes. They've got what, like 4 or 5 kids, grandkids out the ass, and they're like, Dad, you got to come home. Like, when are you going to come home? He's abandoned everyone just to try to get back a piece of what
children.
Yeah, just to try to come back and get a piece of what she used to be. It's the most selfish thing I've ever seen, and I get it.
For like 4 minutes every other Thursday, after he's put this entire nursing staff through hell, he gets 4 minutes of what she used to be.
And was there a feeling at the end when the nurse finally comes in and sees them where she's just a little relieved?
Oh my God.
Where she's like, oh yeah.
Actually, she's probably surprised she didn't find him run over in the middle of the fucking road, because that's probably his move half the time.
Jesus Christ. But so he abandons his whole family. They're begging him to come home. Refuses to. He's giving himself 2 heart attacks already from the stress. And then they die. Spoiler alert.
Together,
but immediately after she basically has a breakdown, and he has another heart attack, I'm assuming, and she's probably just so stressed the fuck out, she's like, yeah, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. It's awful.
Yeah.
The whole thing is absolutely awful.
All right.
And I hate them both.
The whole story of them, I gotta clarify, is absolutely awesome. The actual movie... Not that bad, and when you look at just the technical parts of a movie, period piece, it's very well done.
Yeah,
music's great.
Yeah,
the acting. I mean, I hate the characters, but they fucking acted the hell out of them.
They 100% did. Do you know that Ryan Gosling went full method for this movie? He moved to South Carolina, lived there for quite a while before the movie was shot. Canoed every day, learned how to woodwork. He made the table that's in the kitchen scene.
This goes to one of my points here.
Yeah.
All right, for the listener at home, I have my own wood shop. It's not my main job, but I have a wood shop.
When I heard this, I got excited.
I carpent almost every day.
Is that what it's called?
No.
Okay.
I practice carpentry very often. Right now, we're staring at a walnut and maple table that I hand built myself.
You can't see it, but it's fucking beautiful.
It is fucking good. It's got shine on it.
It really does.
So this was the part of the movie where you see these things in movies a lot. If you see, if you're a tax broker and you see people doing taxes, it draws you out of it.
Yeah.
Because
draws you out?
Because they're never doing it the correct way.
Oh, okay.
This motherfucker is carpeting hard. Like these are period specific tools. This is like that. I feel like they just set up a camera and were like, build a table, and he fucking did it.
Well, that's
like he's doing the exact right moves. If you were to just kick in somebody's door of their garage in 1958 or whatever,
they'd shoot you.
Well, they would.
Yeah.
It depends on where you are, I guess, but this is what you would see. You'd see a guy with that exact same hand plane working over a door. And it just goes to show, like, that house, it's fucking gorgeous. And I had to pause it multiple times to look at woodworking. I was like, well, look at that crown molding over
CJ
there.
had his own notebook. He was like, I like what he did here. I'm going to jot this down.
And then I read up on it, the same as you, that he actually, basically went down there and learned woodworking. I was like, it shows. And I enjoyed every single part of that.
I really feel like this movie took the approach where, and this was 2004, and I'm not going to harp because I love Marvel movies and I love big budget action movies.
Yeah.
But they don't do that so much anymore. This movie was treated like a big budget movie. I mean, some of the links they went to, just the set design, the clothing, the acting. This was a $29 million movie. 29 million?
Yeah,
that was the budget, which I feel like is big for a rom-com. And honestly, I have no idea. But in my mind,
it's not a rom-com, sir.
There's nothing funny about this movie.
There was nothing funny about it.
I'm sorry, a romantic movie. A romance drama. I feel like 29 million is a decent chunk of change to drop on something like that.
Yeah.
And there were big names attached to this movie. Like, this was a hot commodity. Steven Spielberg originally wanted to direct this movie.
Ooh, that would have been a good choice.
Tom Cruise was his idea for Noah.
That would have been a bad choice.
George Clooney was originally thought of for Noah after Tom Cruise. And
was this like early in the 90s
Newman.
they were going to do that?
See, yeah, I kind of thought that.
I don't see it.
George Clooney was probably a little too old. This wasn't even the 90s. It was 2004, but
That's
I don't know
what
when
I
this
mean.
happened.
Like, I know this
but
book
it was in
came out a little
development
earlier,
for a
though.
while. George Clooney at one point and Paul Newman for older Noah.
Ooh.
There were a lot of people that wanted to make this. And then Nick Cassavetes finally got a hold of it and made the movie. And it's funny because everybody that came before him wanted to pick an actor of stature. You know, Tom Cruise, George Clooney.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake was attached at one point.
He's an all right actor.
He's an all right actor. Bigger name, though.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling was an unknown at that point. He was a Mickey Mouse Club kid. And that's who Nick Cassavetes wanted. That was his first choice. He wanted someone that people didn't know. And he didn't want a heartthrob. He wanted somebody that wasn't that attractive and kind of goofy.
Okay.
And now you think of Ryan Gosling, and he's a fucking heartthrob.
And kind of goofy.
Yeah, well, he is kind of goofy.
Yeah.
But this is the guy that they picked for this movie. But there were a lot of big names attached to this. And just, it's a really well done movie. Like, when we get to ratings, you'll see I don't completely hate this movie. I hate the people in this movie.
Yes.
But I appreciate what they did with this movie. Even just, can we talk about the geese for a minute?
In the boat?
How many geese do you think there were?
Probably about 30% of the budget worth of geese.
So Nick Cassavetes was adamant that there had to have been 1,000 geese. And they were like, we can't really corral that many geese. We can't work with that kind of geese.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, there was a waterfowl unit in the credits of this movie.
Oh, really?
They took hatchling geese, 1,000 of them, and raised them in that lake so that they could work with them.
That's fucking craft right there.
Insane.
That is craft
That
right
is
there.
insane to me. The little touches on this movie I really appreciated while hating everyone in it. Not everyone.
Yeah.
Hating the main characters in it.
Yeah, hating the main characters.
Yeah, $29 million budget.
Literally,
It only made $13 million opening weekend, which is not good.
Yeah.
And it stayed in theaters the entire summer through word of mouth and ended up grossing $117 million, which is pretty good for a romantic drama.
117, you say?
$117 million grossed.
Damn.
So yeah, it
did
well.
That's almost 6 times the price or 5 times the price of admission right there.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's not bad at all.
Very, very well.
And it launches the careers of Racheal McAdams. Well, she wasn't in anything before this.
No,
right?
both of them were
And
pretty
Ryan
much relatively unknown.
Which, that's a benefit. I mean, without Racheal McAdams, there's about 15 less movies on our list.
That's true. Yeah,
and without Ryan Gosling, there's 2 or 3.
I mean, they're pretty much pulling up a lot of weight on this list.
And like for an out of the gate movie for those two, they were fucking. They acted their asses off. You could see why they're famous.
And I'll tell you what I find interesting about this. As far as this movie goes, and as far as their performances go and their relationship in this movie, I could feel it. They were passionate towards each other, and it was believable. Yeah. Albeit, I thought they were batshit crazy, but I believed that they loved each other in their own demented minds. They dated in real life after this movie. They were actually even preparing to get married, according to someone that's close to them.
Oh.
Take that for what it's worth. During the filming of this movie,
they did not like each other.
Hated each other. Yes. To the point where Ryan Gosling pulled the director aside one day and was like, "Can you get someone else to come in here and read her lines off camera? Because I can't work with this."
Wow.
I hated her.
A better story? The romantic comedy behind The Notebook.
Yeah. Well, no, I've read some quotes by Ryan Gosling, which I think are great, because he actually says that when they broke up in real life, he had women on the street running up to him and almost like assaulting him. Like, how could you do this? Why would you do this? And he had to find himself consoling these women. And he was like, someone should be consoling me and Racheal. We broke up. Like, this is sad. Like, I'm not happy about it.
Oh, my. So, for this movie, like, let me ask you something again.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep asking you
That's
questions.
fine. I love answering things.
You're a normal guy. I'm hot redhead.
Okay.
Okay. No, outside of this movie.
So I thought you were asking me a theoretical question. This is true, actually. I'm a hot guy and you are a hot redhead.
You're in a date situation with another chick.
Okay.
And I show up and I'm just fucking date me or I off myself.
Right.
Like, how hot do you have to be for you to be like, okay, this might work? Or do you just like if he's hanging from the edge of the Ferris wheel, do you just placate him until he's off the Ferris wheel? And then you're like, police, please help.
Well, I do feel like
guy.
she placated him to a degree. I mean, I don't think when she agreed to go out with him at that point, she had any intention of going out with him.
She just didn't want him
and
to
then
kill
for
himself.
some reason, her horrible friend set them up on a date, which they didn't even know was happening. Well,
Yeah.
I think Noah did. But to answer your question, how hot? Pretty hot. Also, I need the backstory on the guy she was on the date with originally.
Who also didn't seem like a terrible guy.
He didn't. But
he was a little tiny bit douchey, but the same amount of douchey that I am when I'm with my wife and somebody comes up on us, like some random guy comes up and starts talking to us. If he's talking to both of us, great. I'm gonna have a conversation. If he's talking to only her, then I start questioning why he's talking to only her.
Yeah.
And I start making sure I hold my drink with my wedding ring pointed out. Like it is. He brought that upon himself that guy was douchey.
Yeah. You have to be a little douchey at that point. But also, he might have just been really vanilla. Might have been their first date. Might have been boring. But even then, like I said, you ask how hot you got to be if I'm on a date with somebody. I need to know how long I've been on the date with somebody for, like how I know them. But regardless, if you're going to threaten to kill yourself, you got to be pretty hot to put up with that kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm going to say like an 8 to a 9 out of 10.
Like a Ryan Gosling
Before
level.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. Like, that's the guy I would stop for. Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the upper body strength for it, but if I
oh my God,
if I climbed a Ferris wheel and started hanging off of it, they would absolutely call the police on me.
If that was my move, she wouldn't have to go on a date because I would have let go in 30 seconds and then died. Like I couldn't pull that.
Actually, she'd have never gone on a date again because every time she closed her eyes, she would see my brain spilled across a Ferris wheel floor.
Oh God, it's just the worst. They're the worst people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. On that note, I think it's time to just kind of give our last opinions, maybe our final grand gestures, if you will, because romantic movies are full of grand gestures.
Ooh, the grand gesture.
The grand gesture. Anything that you want to talk about that we didn't get to cover before we rate this piece of shit?
This piece of let's not call it a piece of shit.
You're right. You're going to be surprised when I rate it.
They are pieces of shit. The movie is amazing.
I have a hard time separating the characters from the movie. I swear to God, when we get to rate it, I'll be more generous.
Like a fine jewelry box that's filled with dog turds. That's the way I look at this movie.
I'll be more generous when we get to the ratings. I swear to God. But honestly, I just hate these people so much.
I don't have a ton more to say because the main thing I wanted to say is that the carpentry was great. The sets are amazing.
Absolutely beautiful.
I've had a limited a couple years working in movies, television, things like that. Those sets are fantastic. Like everything about it. You don't catch an accidental glimpse in the background. Oh, you know what I want to talk about?
I don't.
When the mother pulls her to the stone yard and looks at sad ass Jim Bob in the background.
This is one of mine, and I'm glad you brought it up because I wanted to get to this, and I'm so happy that you brought it up.
Like what is it that I loved about that? I can't figure it out. I want to know that story.
So this is what I love about this. And it's almost, I don't know if she's trying to dissuade her from being with Noah or persuade her to be with Noah. But in my mind, this is what the mom said. You can be in love with a young, hot, poor guy.
Yeah.
And they're going to turn into that, which is an old, not as hot, poor guy. Which is what I feel like she was trying to say.
Her husband has a snidely whiplash mustache.
I also feel like she was trying to just tell her, I care about your security. I want you to be secure, but I also want you to be happy. So make your own decision. And
that's what I got out of it.
And you do what you want.
So even Mom was an upright person.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There was not a single bad guy in this movie except for the two main characters.
I know.
And it's just so not what I was expecting from a romance. Because you always expect the cliches where, there's the ex-boyfriend or the guy that she's with currently who is a horrible piece of shit. And the main character is a good guy who should be with her.
Yes.
That didn't exist in this movie.
Not at all.
The closest we got to a bad guy was the mom, because yes, she hid the letters. But I feel like she did it with that in mind, that she wanted her daughter to be secure and happy, and she could have been. Cyclops was a great guy.
Yeah, good
and
catch.
they seemed to have like actual interest, and their whole relationship wasn't based on making out and beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah,
which is all I saw from the two of them. There was literally, it's one of those things where like, are you in love with the person or the feeling of the person? And I feel for Allie and Noah, Ryan Gosling is this feeling of excitement and adventure, but he's not secure. He's a fucking unhinged lunatic.
Yeah.
But she loves him for just that rush of almost getting hit by a car. That rush of, I can just kick the shit out of you all I want.
Yeah,
and maybe you'll do something back, maybe you won't. I don't know.
He's a manic pixie dream boy.
Yeah.
Like he is unreliable in his notions.
Yeah. And that's just, those are the things that like, I don't, fuck this movie. I literally, and it's not even, and I feel bad for saying fuck this movie because I don't want to say fuck this movie.
I'm not going to say it's a terrible movie. I won't watch it again, but
I want to say fuck these people.
Yes. Fuck these people.
All right. Well, you took my the taking her to see Giuseppe at the fucking the wood yard.
Yeah.
I don't know. And God bless.
And that guy's look when he turns around.
And I kind of
holy shit! There was an entire movie in those 3 seconds.
I kind of want to know what he's doing with his life. I hope he found somebody nice.
Whoever that guy was, amazing actor. Turns out and they were like, "Hey, we need you to turn like 17 years of lust into a 3-second look back at somebody."
Give Martha.
And he was like, "Yeah, I got you, bro."
Give Martha his number. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Like somebody set Martha up with somebody.
Hard worker out there doing stonework. Probably started 3 months before the movie started filming, learning how to do a quarry job.
Yeah, you know what? That was like David Day-Lewis. That was Daniel Day-Lewis's cousin. He was like, "Come on in here.
Yeah,
you're gonna figure this shit out." And I loved it. God bless that man. The only other thing I really have is James Garner is a fucking G, and I tell you this because Ryan Gosling came into this movie method as shit. I'm going to learn how to woodwork. I'm going to kayak on this lake every day. I want to make this movie perfect. He goes to James Garner. "You're playing old me. We should hash out like an accent. I want to both do the same accent." James Garner's like, "I don't care. It doesn't matter."
Yeah.
"What about our eyes? My eyes are blue. Your eyes are brown." James Garner has brown eyes. He's always has. Doesn't matter. He didn't fucking care at all. Like Ryan Gosling came into this like, I want to be the best I can be. And James Garner's like, "I'm old. I'm getting a paycheck. I don't care. Like, just do what you want."
I'm sure you've heard this joke, but I'll say it just in case nobody's heard this before. Is about the young horse and the old horse up on top of the hill.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
Okay, so the young horse looks down and says, "Hey, old horse, look, all those fillies down there. Let's run down there and fuck some of them."
Yeah.
And the old horse looks at him and says, "No, son. Let's walk down there and fuck them all." That's the James Garner in this. He's the old horse where he's just like, "Hey, calm down, buddy."
And he's
like, we're gonna knock us out of the park.
And I can just
You
imagine,
need
like,
to chill.
James Garner's made a career. This guy has been in movies since I wish I could tell you. I should have done more research on getting James Garner. The guy's a known name. Like, I know James Garner. I probably haven't seen a single James Garner movie, except for maybe Maverick with Mel Gibson. Maybe the only James Garner movie I know of. But he's been around. And then you've got Mickey Mouse Club, Ryan Gosling. Like, "Hey, guy, let's do this. Let's do this." And James Garner's like, "Fuck, kid. Like, just be in the movie. Let's just make it happen."
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
It's going to be fine. You're getting paid. I'm getting paid. Let's just do the damn thing. And that's how James Garner made a career. God bless him. It worked.
That's he was very good in this movie. I mean, just like him. Actually, who played Allie, old Allie?
So her name is Gina Rollins, and fun fact, she's the director's mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
An actual actress, or
yeah. I mean, she's been in a few
actress?
things. She's been in a few things. I did check out her IMDb. Nothing that I can say that I've known. She's in The Skeleton Key, which is a horror movie with Kate Hudson, which I've never seen, but I know of it. But she's been in a few things. Yeah, I mean,
romantic part.
I could be doing her a great disservice. I just know that I saw a few things that she was in and didn't.
No, we can do a great service here. She was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, they were. If there's a redeeming, and I don't know how to say this. Young them are awful. Old them are slightly less bad. Old her is a delight, and I feel super bad for her. old him is still kind of a selfish
She
prick.
plays dementia very well. Like, I'm currently working with a father that has some dementia symptoms and is starting to fall into them. She plays it pretty well.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the saddest thing. If there's anything about this movie that almost made me cry, it's just like her coming to and then completely fading away and just him being devastated. Because he had her for a minute.
Yeah.
And then she's gone. And that is very sad. But at the same time, I couldn't help but thinking how selfish she was.
Yeah.
So I can't get
also,
past that.
like, to torture her every 2 weeks or so, she comes out of this for 4 minutes and she's like, "Oh no!"
Well, that's the other thing. It's so selfish. Like,
maybe just leave her in the dark.
Yeah, and it's just like it seems like he's just hurting her repeatedly for his own selfish interests, and then in my mind kills both of them.
Oh yeah.
So there's that.
And like, who just dies together like that? If I walked in and I found 2 dead old people, I'd start looking for a carbon monoxide leak.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't actually happen, does it?
And do you think, and I know this is awful, but it's a thought I had. He gives her a little drink before the end of the night.
Oh.
Do you think it was like a...
You know, in my little list of topics to talk about, I really felt he was going to smother her.
I think he might have poisoned both of them just so they could end it and be together forever.
They have a little romantic wine at the end.
Enjoy that, hopeless romantics, because that's where my mind went.
Oh,
maybe
boy.
maybe he killed both of them.
There we go.
So anyway, let's do a little segment we like to call "Turn This Chick Flick into a Dick Flick," and we are going to each take a turn turning this movie into a movie that a guy would like.
Okay.
You want to go first, or should I go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
All right, you go
I actually have 2 ways.
Okay.
Is it too early to start with 2?
No, because we can always edit one out.
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
This segment might not even make the show. Who knows?
Can we edit me out altogether?
We've been going for a while.
So I got 2 ways to turn the chick flick into a dick flick.
Okay.
All right. First way is we're looking at like a maybe 4% war movie, 96% romance movie.
Okay.
Flip that ratio altogether.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay.
Give
so
Finn
that's
his due. Jesus.
that is one way to work this out.
Okay.
And it wouldn't make the movie better, but it would. Well, yeah, it would make it better for me. I'd enjoy it more.
That's all we're trying to do here.
Second way to turn this chick flick into a dick flick. All right. So, take a journey with me.
I'm here for it.
Okay, Allie
I'm going to close my eyes.
can read minds.
Jesus.
She can move things with her head.
Okay.
Okay?
So this kind of is like a Jean Grey Cyclops kind of thing.
You see where I'm going.
I like it. Go ahead.
So Cyclops there, what's his name? Lon?
Lawn. Yeah.
He can fire bolts of energy out of his eyes. Okay?
Let me ask you this. Does Noah have a steel skeleton and he has claws that come out of his
No,
hands?
sir. He has an antimadium skeleton.
All right. Fair.
Adamantium?
That's how, yeah, that's how,
Adamantium?
nope, adamantium.
Adamantium.
Right. Yep, you got
Is
it.
an adamantium skeleton.
I like that.
And
I'd watch the shit out of this.
He not only goes to war, the war scene's maybe another 13 minutes longer.
Yeah.
But he fucking murders everybody with his claws.
I love it. It's set like 100
then,
years before. He never ages. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Just
like that.
that's my idea how to guy this up a little bit, how to get your boyfriend to watch this at home.
I like that.
I know it's a little outside of the box. Nobody's probably thought anything like this.
No, I mean,
But-
you're a goddamn genius.
It's my it was
I'm
the
opening
first thing
my
I could
eyes. I
think.
feel like I've just had like a breath of fresh air. Like this is a whole new concept. Could there be? And I don't want to step on your toes here. A bald guy in a wheelchair.
The father.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Minus the mustache though.
His
Or do we keep the
father,
mustache? I
who's
don't
not
know.
really his father. It's more of a father figure.
Yes, I like
Yes.
that. And he brings them all together and they fight evil.
Yeah, and he's almost like telepathic in his ways of being able to tell
My
how
God.
things are going to work out, things like that.
I think we just changed the world.
Yeah, that would make this movie perfect.
I like it. All right, now I feel weird going next because that was absolutely that chef's kiss of a idea. My thought, and I skew horror, as you know, and our audience might find out. Horror movies, if I was going to do a real podcast, not this is a real podcast. If I was going to do a podcast about movies that I really love, it would be horror movies. Imagine this. The movie starts out pretty much the same way. Noah's a fucking lunatic. Seduces her with his craziness.
Okay, I'm with you.
Here's where the movie takes a turn. He takes her to the old house mid-movie where he wants to show her this house he's going to buy. Drugs her, knocks her out, locks her up in the basement. She's in there.
Whoa.
She's in this basement for 40 years.
Oh, wow.
And he is just basically keeping her hostage, a slave, if you will. She pretty much ends up developing Munchausen syndrome where she believes she's in love with her captor.
Oh, you're thinking of it's not Munchausen. It's
not?
No, it's like Swedish something or...
Munchausen is about as Swedish as it gets, I feel.
Munchausen's when you got your mother that makes you think that you're sick.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Stockholm Syndrome.
I got you.
What we're thinking of.
All right, well, this isn't a psychiatry podcast. It's a romantic movie podcast. Anyhow, Stockholm's her. She ends up thinking she's in love with him. The entire time she's locked in this basement, he's remodeling it all around her. So he's up there hammering away, and there's screams coming from the basement at first.
Still perfect carpentry, right?
The guy's a craftsman.
Yes.
Eventually, she loses her mind. The Alzheimer's still sets in. But the movie plays out from the beginning like it does, where he is telling her about their true romance, but he's the one that wrote the notebook, trying to bring her out of it to the point where she remembers things the way he wants her to remember things.
Oh.
Meanwhile, we're seeing glimpses in the past where he's just an absolute psychopath.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right? Twist. M. Night Shyamalan the shit out of this thing. Where you think they're in love, but then they kind of go back and forth. You kind of start to realize that shit isn't as bright and sunny as it should be.
And then our podcast ended.
I take away the whole...
started writing movies.
I take away the whole Stockholm Syndrome thing, because she's going to hate it the entire time she's there.
Yeah.
But then she goes crazy and he tries to make her love him by a notebook that he wrote.
So the whole time that she's locked in the basement, he's trying to make her love him. Once she has dementia, he realizes,
I can write this book and I can make it happen.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And he kills Finn.
Well,
because Finn finds out the plan and he murders Finn. And someone actually sheds a tear for that fucking guy.
Yeah.
So,
oh, man. Poor fucking Finn.
So, yeah. Yep. So, we're going to... Just a couple more... one more small segment that we're going to get into ratings, I think.
Yeah.
Little backstory. This podcast was actually supposed to be a podcast about Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah.
And we realized after a little bit of research, there are 1,000 fucking podcasts about Nicolas Cage.
Which, I mean, honestly, deserves.
He does. Yeah. But there aren't enough podcasts about average white guys forcing their opinions on you.
Yes.
It's how I feel. So
that's the idea right there.
But
middle class
white guys just shoving their thoughts down your throat. Mm-hmm. And that's what we wanted out of this, you know? So, with that being said, I'm going to try to do a little 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, but we're going to swap out Kevin Bacon with Nicolas Cage on this movie. And I actually have 2 ways to do this. Nick Cassavetes, the director of this movie, played one of Castor Troy's henchmen in Face Off.
No shit.
He was the bald guy. His name was Dietrich Hassler.
Oh, there's always a Dietrich.
So this one was super easy.
Yeah.
Also, Allie's mom, Eve Archer, Travolta's wife in Face Off. So I'm pretty sure that we can make the connection that Nick Cassavetes met Joan Allen, who plays Allie's mom, on the set of Face Off, which was before this movie, and was like, I like what you're doing here. I'd like you to come over here to this movie and be in it.
Ooh.
So that's how I connected.
So that's the 6 degrees of Nicolas
It's not even
Cage.
6. I did it in...
You did it in 1.
I did it in 1.
Because the motherfucker's been everywhere.
Well, he really has, which I think is going to make this super easy. Yes.
And I don't know if I want this to be part of this podcast going forward, but it's a question that just popped into my mind.
Okay.
If you could swap one character out in this movie with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, fuck, the dad with the mustache.
The dad with the mustache?
I just want to see him with the mustache.
Right on! Yes!
That's got to be it.
Yeah, and he would work the shit out of that mustache the entire time.
I have one other honorable mention. The Ferris wheel operator. I just want a quick, get that off of there! And it's Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Just because that
I can see that.
For laugh values.
No,
yeah.
I see that dad with him. Or, I mean, possibly Giuseppe working at the rock mill.
Well, that would be good too.
Yeah, that would be
And
good.
he could
But they'd
pull
have
off-
to have flashbacks.
He could pull off that look of
romancing her.
longing too. I feel like he could really bring it home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my little segment that we're toying with. And I want to thank everybody for joining us in this, because this is a work in progress. But we're hammering some things out.
Well, actually, speaking of Nicolas Cage,
yes,
I had a little idea.
I'd love to hear it.
So originally, when this was going to be a Nicolas Cage podcast, and I swear to God, we won't stay too hard on the Nicolas Cage here, but we're going to stay hard on the Nicolas Cage here.
How do you not stay hard for Nicolas Cage? I'm sorry.
The original idea was, when this was going to be the Nicolas Cage podcast, I was going to attempt to get Nicolas Cage on this. I have no idea how to do this. Every week was going to be an
like
update
there's just like a bat signal.
On me trying to figure out how to do this. And I think that might still be a thing.
I would love him to just be on this podcast for what's the Nights in Rodanthe. Let's just get Nicholas.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with the movie. Never in it. Probably loves it though. I'm sure he's seen it.
That's what I mean. Just to have his take on something.
Yeah, let's get him in your basement.
Here's my ideas. I'm gonna start looking around. I'm gonna figure. I have no idea. This is just me talking off the top of my head right now. I have no idea how this works, but I want to figure it out. And I'll give you some updates here and there on how I've been working at getting Nicolas Cage to be on the
I feel like the
podcast.
thing with Nicolas Cage is, when you really need him, he'll be there. And I hope that that's true.
Jesus.
All right. So should we get into ratings?
Now I'm fucking crying.
The man's a saint. Let's rate this.
Yeah, what are we rating by? Let's set the rules right now. What do we
like
1 to 10ing? We 1 to 5ing?
I like a nice star system. I like a nice 1 to 5. I feel like that's how Roger Ebert does it, and that's how we should do it, because we're in that class of movie reviewers, I feel like.
Okay.
You'll be the Siskel to my Ebert, or vice versa.
I like it. I think you should start. Give me your number here.
Oh God, this fucking movie. I said I wouldn't be too harsh, and I came into this, like I said, with an open mind, an open heart, and I'm gonna give this movie a 2.
2?
A 2 out of 5 stars. And the 2 stars is, don't get me wrong, the 2 stars are specifically production value, the work that they put into it, the acting, the secondary characters, every single one of them. Finn, Mustache Dad, Mean Mom, Martha, Cyclops.
Yeah.
I love them all. But the 2 main characters, Nell and Allie, are such awful garbage people that I cannot rate this higher than a 2. They are just the absolute worst people.
So this is the high watermark everybody was talking about.
I mean, I'm
Starts
probably
at a
not
2.
the right audience for this movie, but
well,
Jesus.
that's literally the theme of this podcast.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's why we're here. But I'm sure I'll rate something higher.
Yeah.
I know there's movies in this I'll rate higher. Just the complete toxic, and whoever thought this was a storybook romance, please go back and watch this movie again, because you probably haven't seen it for 15 years.
Yeah.
And when you see a guy threaten to kill himself for a date, you're going to be like, yeah, that was a different me then. This guy's batshit crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And ladies, don't fall for that shit.
No.
And that's I think that's all I got. These 2 main characters turned my stomach in such a way that a 2 is very generous, and I'm giving it solely on production value and just the acting. But the story itself, oh my God.
I mean, I
can't stand them.
I mean, I gotta follow kind of the same suit, and I'm gonna go with a 2.5.
Okay. So
I feel like I'm
because
just
of the
being
carpentry, isn't it? You like
it is
half a star for carpentry.
I mean, the guy he was working that plane so well. There's real wood chips coming out of there.
Yeah.
And like he made that chair.
Not the chair, the table.
And
He
the
might have
table.
made the chair,
He
too.
made all of the furniture in that
He
house.
built the entire set.
Like, that is, if you knew how hard it was to just hand make molding, there are guys that spent their life, when you go into a fancy old house that's 100 years old,
Right.
and you look at a piece of crown molding with all the really ornate shit,
Yeah.
somebody spent a chunk of their life building that,
Yeah.
working on just that
Yeah.
that piece of wood. Yeah, I'm going to give that an extra 0.5 just for the carpentry.
I love it.
But a lot of it, I mean, the acting is incredible in this movie. It's not even that they get a 2.5 for how good the movie it is. They drop to a 2.5 by how much I hate them.
Yes, that's yeah.
And I'm really hoping we get... This is what I'm nervous about going forward on this, is that we watch a bunch of movies where romance trumps logic, because this is a movie where romance trumps logic.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of the territory we're playing in. I feel like romantic comedies, dramas, just romance movies in general, there's a lot of things where you put yourself in their shoes and you go, what the hell are you doing? And there's other ways to do it. But, we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah.
Should we pick our next movie?
I think we do need to pick our next movie,
right.
which would be... we're going to do this. We picked The Notebook as our first movie, because that was the obvious choice. That's what every person told us we needed to watch first.
And I'm going to personally...
When I thought of a romantic movie, I thought of The Notebook, having never seen it.
And I am. And I'm going to personally contact every single person that recommended this be our first movie and give them a solid fuck you.
Yeah, I've already told a few people.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask them to watch it again and get their opinion on it. I think maybe like if this thing goes on for another year or so, maybe if we have like a 1-year anniversary, I'd like to get everyone's opinions that thought this was a good movie.
Yeah,
and have them watch it again and see what they thought. That's just spitballing.
Yeah. So
we have a list currently of 156 movies that we've compiled from recommendations and just movies that we thought of, and we're gonna randomly pick a movie every week to do next. So
we're going to use the handy dandy Google random number generator.
I love it.
We have some friends with the Fright Pub podcast, which have landed some credence to what we're doing here.
Yeah.
But they like to roll dice. That just seems like a lot of effort. I'm already sitting back in the chair, so I'm going to use my phone to do this.
Absolutely.
It just seems a lot easier.
Let Google do it.
So let me give you a random number.
Please.
Between 1 and 156, you say?
156.
All right, we were going with 52.
Oh boy, that's an early one. Let's see what we've got. 52?
Yes.
God damn it. 27 dresses.
27 dresses.
Not one I was hoping for. Not that I've ever seen it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, was there a lot on this you were hoping for?
There were a few.
Yeah, I mean, once we burn all the great ones, where do you go?
Well, you know what? We're just going to do a little filler here and talk amongst ourselves for a moment, because I need to actually look up what this movie is even about. I want to say, do you have any guesses, CJ? Because I have dresses. A guess.
Yes, I actually pretty sure I've heard the synopsis of this before. And it is a woman who has worn 27 bridesmaid dresses, but has never been the bride.
You're a ringer. This guy's seen every chick
fucking
flick on
A.
this list.
I knew it.
I haven't even looked it up yet, but I'm pretty sure you're right. And do you know who's in it? Because of that, I think I know without looking.
Wait, is it Electra?
Jennifer Garner?
Yes.
I don't believe so. I think it's Kate Hudson. Let's hit the button and see. Oh, shit. It's not anybody that I hoped for. Holy shit. James Marsden is in this movie.
Yes! Yes!
And Katherine Heigl
I really hope he gets his in this movie.
I hope so. He's second.
Katherine Heigl?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with that.
He's second build, so I do think that this could possibly be his moment to shine, and I'm very excited to find out. So, well, everybody, I just want to thank anyone that's listened to this for our first episode. We're going to get better. I swear to Christ, people. This is our first one, and we're trying real hard. So if you stick with us, I think you'll have a good time. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever podcasts are streamed. We're going to figure out how to get it on there, and it'll be there for you. Yeah. And give us a rating. And until next time, try to stay romantic and don't be pieces of shit to each other.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
Right?
What a sign off.
I know, exactly. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. And we'll talk to you next week when we do 27 dresses.
Yes.
With our boy Cyclops.